Om Shanti. Avyakt BaapDada. Today's date 23rd of January 1970. 23rd of January 1970. Murli's title is Method to Attain Success in Service. Methods to attain success in service. Baba is saying, do you experience being compelled to speak simply because of service? When service finishes, the stage of coming into sound will also finish. A party from Bombay was taking directions from BaapDada about a conference that was to take place there. What speciality is needed in the service that you are doing nowadays? You have been giving lectures for many years anyway, but what Avyakt consciousness do you now have to fill the lectures with so that while you speaking, everyone has the experience that you are speaking in a bodiless stage beyond sound. Now there should be this newness in this conference. Those speakers should appear to be visibly different from the Brahmin speakers even from a distance. Only then will the conference be successful. Even if a new person comes into the gathering, he should have the feeling, even from a distance, that the speaker is a unique person. Others have the power of speech that simply remains a pleasure of the ears. Baba says others have the power of speech that simply remains as a pleasure for the ears. However, whatever you say, while stable in an Avyakt stage, should not only be pleasing to the ears, but it should also be pleasing to the mind. There are many who relate things that simply please the ears, but until now, Baba Singh, but until now, there has been no one in the world who can give that sweetness to the mind. The Father has revealed himself to you children, but you children now have to reveal to the world outside. So, the conference should not take place in an ordinary way. Also mention in the meeting that the pictures should also seem to be alive. Just as the living being makes the corporeal feelings clear, in the same way the pictures should become alive and grant visions. When a picture is lifelike, it reveals real feelings and is liked by everyone. It is not a question of superficial art, but with the superficial, the internal inner feelings portrayed should be the same. BaapDada wishes to see this newness. Speaking less should in it Baba Singh, speaking less should in itself perform a great task. This is the system and custom of Brahmins. Pay attention to how you can make this conference unique. There should be subtle life in the images too, so that people are able to feel that from a distance. Otherwise, how will so many subjects be created? The subjects that are created are not created just through words, but through the internal stage. Only that is called the experience of internal happiness. All of you have seen the result up to now of how those who came through the Avyakt stage have continued to move along easily from the beginning and are free from obstacles. However, it is seen that those who have continued to move along on the basis of something else as well as the Avyakt stage have had many obstacles and difficulties, etc., and have had to make and have had to make hard effort. Therefore, now create such subjects who, on the basis of the foundation of an Avyakt stage, easily attain their aim in a short time. To the extent that you remain an easy effort maker, and to the extent that you remain an easy effort maker and in an Avyakt powerful stage, so you will be able to make others similar to yourself. So you will be able to make others similar to yourself. So we shall now see the result of this conference. The conference can be on any topic, but your stage should be of the top level. If your stage is of the top level, you can adjust the topic accordingly. Success is not dependent on the lectures, but on your stage. Lectures mean being an expert in the use of language, and there are many such people in the world, but you are the only ones who will give the experience of power within the soul. So you now have to bring about this newness. When you perform any task, it is first essential to make the atmosphere subtle. Just as you pay attention to all the other decorations in the same way, this is the main decoration. However, what happens is that while you are moving along, there is too much extroversion. Therefore, because of that last atmosphere, you do not have the result that you want. You people think a great deal. We will do this, we will do it like this. But at the last moment, while seeing the task, you come into extroversion. Anyway, those who listen say at that time that it is very good, but they then too very quickly become extroverted. This is why you should have such a program that anyone who comes first experience the subtle influence. This is the method for success of the conference. You will have to create this atmosphere a few days prior to the conference. It is not that you have to create it on one Baba is saying it is not that you have to create it on just that day. Only when you purify the atmosphere will newness be visible. You were able to see the spirituality in the corporeal body even from a distance, were you not? So there should be spirituality visible in the corporeal bodies of the children. If the result of the press conference is good, you can go ahead with the Om Shanti. Baba says if the result of the press conference is good, you can go ahead with the conference. But you first have to meet them and make them your helpers. This is very essential. It makes a lot of difference whether you make them do something at the time of need or you make them your helpers before the time of need. Mostly attention is paid at the appropriate time. Baba is saying mostly attention is paid at the appropriate time. Now, if you keep the line of your intellect clear, everything will become clear. Just as in your Baba is saying, just as in your exhibition, you receive an answer when you put the switch on. In the same way, when the line of effort is clear, as soon as you press the switch of thoughts, that too happens practically. You will continue to have such an experience. You simply need the power to control waste thoughts. Because of having waste thoughts, whether you call it an ordinary, Baba is saying, because of having waste thoughts, whether you call it an ordinary inspiration from BaapDada or a pure response you receive, they become mixed because there are too many waste thoughts. Baba is saying because of having waste thoughts, whether you call it an original inspiration from BaapDada or a pure response you receive, they become mixed because there are too many waste thoughts. If you have the power to control wasteful thoughts, you will be able to see that response clearly. In the same way, if the intellect is a translate, then every response becomes clear and accurate, not mixed. Those who do not have wasteful thoughts can increase their Avyakt stage a lot more. You should have pure thoughts, but you must also have the power to control them. In the Baba is saying, in the majority of you, the storms of wasteful thoughts are greater. Baba says, before you begin a task, a very good sample is created. Keep the sample of this conference in front of everyone. Give the experience of what the Avyakt stage is. Everyone should see the clock of the time in your activity. You are going as the clock of time. Just as Sakar Baba became the clock of time, in the same way, while having a body, you have to strike the hour of the Avyakt stage. This is the best service of all. You have to teach everyone the practical lesson of the experience of the Avyakt stage while in the corporeal body. Acha. You have to become a bead and be threaded in the thread of the rosary of the love of BaapDada and the divine family. Baba is saying, you have to become a bead and be threaded in the thread of the rosary of the love of BaapDada and the divine family. Baba is saying you have to become a bead and be threaded in the thread of the rosary of the love of BaapDada and the divine family. You should have the intoxication armor bead that is threaded in the thread of love. Where are beads kept? The beads of a rosary are kept with great care and cleanliness. People take them up with great care and cleanliness. You have to consider yourself to be such an invaluable jewel. Someone asked for advice on service. They will not be served to words, but they will be drawn to you when your activity makes an impact and they see change. Some have arrogance, so their arrogance of words would come into conflict with your words, but they would not be able to come into conflict with your practical life. Therefore, this is the tool with which to explain to such people. Make the atmosphere subtle. You should make the atmosphere at all the centers very magnetic so that whoever comes will only be able to see the subtle region. Anyone should experience from a distance this light in the middle of the house. A light gives light from a distance, it draws everything to itself. So, only when you are as visible as a light will there be success. Having come to the Avyakt Bhatti, do you experience the Avyakt stage? What will you do with the experiences that you have here? Will you take them with you or will you leave them behind? Make them such companions that no matter how much someone tries to separate you from this object attraction, Baba is saying, make them such companions that no matter how much someone tries to separate you from this object attraction, they are not able to do so. Have you made your Lokik family into an alokik family? Baba is asking, have you made your Lokik family into an alokik family? There should not be the slightest Lokik awareness. When you shed one body and take another, you are not aware of anything of the previous birth. So, here also you have died a living death. So, your vision and attitude of the previous birth should be finished in the same way. Alokik service takes place only when you fill the Lokik with spirituality. What alokik service do? You are doing the service of forging a connection of the soul with the powerhouse. When a connection has to be made between two wires, the rubber insulation first has to be removed. In the same way, Baba is saying, in the same way, your first task is to consider yourself to be a soul and become detached from the awareness of the body, and then make others detached from the soul consciousness of their bodies. How many main subjects do you have here? Baba is asking, how many main subjects do you have here? And what are they? There are four main subjects: knowledge, yoga, dharana, and service. Which is the main subject in that? Have you accumulated a stock of peace from here? Do you know how you can receive blessings? The more soul conscious you become, the more blessing you receive even without asking. You do not receive a blessing in a physical way. Here, you receive them automatically. Baba is saying you do not receive blessing in a physical way. Here, you receive them automatically. If you did not have blessing from BaapDada, how could you have reached this far? BaapDada gives blessing to the children at every second. However, those who take this, Baba is saying, however, those who take these blessings keep that many with themselves eternally. Baba is saying, however, those who take these blessings keep that many with them eternally. Acha. Do you have any other companion who is the partner who remains with you constantly? If you constantly stay in the combined form here, you will rule the kingdom in the combined form there. Therefore, never become separated from your partner. Just as the four-armed image is combined, in the same way, this partner is also combined. Never let Shiv Baba be separated from you in the 84 births. Have you ever seen such a partner? Out of your 84 partners, did you ever find such a partner? So, you should keep the one you find only once in the whole cycle with you all the time. Should you not? Now remember that you are a couple. You are not alone. Baba is saying, now remember that you are a couple, you are not alone. Baba is saying, now remember that you are a couple and you are not alone. So Baba says, now remember that you are a couple and you are not alone. Just as you are hard workers in physical tasks, are you hard workers in the stage of the mind? So much so that you never melt under any circumstance. Hard things do not melt. In the same way, both your stage and your actions should be firm. The one for whom you have deep love is always kept with you. Always think I am a image that is combined. If your partner is with you, Maya will never be able to come. To consider yourself to be the combined image is the greatest yukti. When you keep Baba with yourself, at every step there is courage. There is power, and so Maya doesn't come. All of you are godly students. Having become double students, what aim have you kept for the future? Baba is saying, all of you are godly students. Having become double students, what aim have you kept for the future? What do you consider to be an elevated status? Baba is saying, Baba is asking, what do you consider to be an elevated status? Will you become Lakshmi or Narayan? According to the aim you keep, what else do you have to imbibe together with the aim? Aim means to have divine virtues. Since you have such an elevated aim, you also have to pay attention to imbibing such an elevated character. A young Kumari can perform a great task if you stabilize yourself in your practical stage and explain to someone, then the influence of that will be greater than that of an adult. Always keep the same. I, a young one, have to carry out a very great task. Your body may be small, but the power of the soul is great. Someone who has a desire to make more effort also receives help. Simply keep your desire determined, Baba is saying, simply keep your desire determined and then you will receive determined help. No matter how much someone tries to shake you, keep this aim very firm. If your thought is firm, then such a world will be created. You may continue, Baba is saying, you may continue with worldly service because worldly service is also a method with which you can do service. Think that this service is an instrument to give the message to whatever souls come into relationship with you. Many souls come into connection with you while you are doing the law. Baba is saying many souls come into connection with you while you are doing the Lokik service. Those who came here were also sent to their relatives for service, were they not? So think that you are doing worldly service in order to do this service, and then you will be able to engage your mind in that, and you will also earn an income. Do Lokik service considering it to be alaukic, and you will not then be affected by any other atmosphere. As you begin to reach your Avyakt stage, your speaking will become less. By speaking less, there will be great benefit, and you will learn. Baba is saying, by speaking less, there will be great benefit, and you will then do service with that power of yoga. The power of yoga and the power of knowledge are both together. At the moment, service is being done with the power of knowledge. Baba is saying, at the moment, service is done through the power of knowledge. Whereas the power of yoga is incognito. However, the more you make the power of yoga and the power of knowledge equal, the more success will there be. Baba is saying, however, the more you make the power of yoga and power of knowledge equal, the more success there will be. Throughout the day, check to what extent was there the power of yoga and to what extent was there the power of knowledge. And then you will know the difference. When you become busy in service, Baba is saying, when you become busy in service, obstacles etc. will also be removed. There cannot be any hindrance when there is determined faith. You are moving forward well. You have both virtues and tirelessness and consistency. Always follow the Father, just as the corporeal form showed the example of being tireless and consistent. Become an example for others in the same way. This is service. You may not have time for service, but You can do service through your activity. Service takes place through your activity. Service takes place through activity, not only through words. Your activity will remind others of the Father without an image. This is easy service, is it not? Some people or some wives keep a picture of their guru or their husband in a locket. It is a sign of love. Similarly, your forehead should show the activity of the one without an image. Your eyes should show an image of the one without an image. Wear such an eternal locket. Through this, you will be aware of yourself and there will also be service. Then Baba is saying, what main task did you perform having come to Madhuban? What does someone do when they go to a mine? They take as much as he can from the mine. Baba is saying, what does someone do when they go to a mine? He takes as much as he can from the mine. He doesn't just take a little. In the same way, Madhuban is the mine of all attainments. So you have to come. Madhuban is the mine of all attainments. So you have come to the mine. Have you not? The service places are branches of the mine. When going to a mine, you have the thought to take as much as you can. So here too, you are able to take as much as you want. Each object here and each Brahmin soul can give you many teachings and a lot of power. BaapDada doesn't want whoever comes here to take just a little, but to take everything. BaapDada has love for the children, and so he wishes to make each and everyone full. The more full you become from taking, the more full you will be in receiving the kingdom in the future. Therefore, do not waste even 1 second of these invaluable days. You can earn an income of multi-millions at every second. You are multi-million times fortunate from having arrived at this land. However, in order to keep this multi-million fold fortune constant, Baba is saying, however, in order to keep this multi-billion fold fortune constant, you have to make constant effort for completion. As the seed sow the fruit that emerges, so you are the seed. The stronger the foundation, the stronger the building will be. Therefore, always think that you are the foundation and that is the whole building is dependent on you. Do you receive the response of remembrance? BaapDada is now with everyone anyway, but in the corporeal form, he could not be in one place with everyone. Now he can stay with everyone. Always remain aware that by following one direction, you will get the same result. This virtue has to be imbibed. No matter what type of situation comes, you have to keep yourself strong. You have to donate your virtues to others. By donating, you receive the return of that in the future. By donating this virtue, you receive a huge reward. Those who follow one direction are loved by the one. Baap and Dada are two, and yet they are one. Are they not? No matter how many of you there may be, you have to move along in one direction. Having come to Father's Baba is saying, having come to the Father's home, have you taken a special treasure? The Father's home is full of speciality. Baba is saying, the Father's home is full of specialities. You have come to your home to stabilize in your real form. Do you remember what your real form and real stage is? What is the real stage of a soul? In the beginning, a soul is a resident of the supreme abode. It is an embodiment of all virtues. In the same way, you have come here to experience your stage. You have come to Madhuban to test that stage. Having tested it, you adopt it for all time. This place is called Madhuban. Madhu means sweetness, that is, you have to attain the blessing of both love and power fully. Here in Madhuban, you receive both of these things as a blessing. Then, when you go out, you will have to make your own effort for both of these. Therefore, whatever you receive here as a blessing, take it in such a way that it remains imperishable. Since you can take it as a blessing, why should you take it by making effort? What do you have to do before your Guru gives a blessing? You have to offer something. Baba is saying, Baba is asking, what do you have to do before a guru gives you a blessing? You have to offer, Baba is saying, you have to offer yourself to him and then you receive the blessing. Baba is saying, you have to offer yourself to him and receive the blessing. Here also, Baba is saying, here too, the more you offer yourself, Baba is saying, here too, the more you offer yourself, the more blessing you receive. Baba is saying, here too, the more you offer yourself, the more blessing you receive. Everyone receives blessing, but those who offer themselves more become worthy of blessings. Fill your apron with blessing in such a way that the full apron never becomes empty. Baba is saying, fill your apron with blessing in such a way that the full apron never becomes empty. All of you can fill your apron as much as you want. You have to pay such attention and take the maximum benefit in these few days. These are the days to use every second in a worthwhile way. 1 second of the present time can be of great benefit and also of great loss. The earnings of many years can sometimes be lost in 1 second. 1 second of the present is so great. Only through renunciation is fortune created. However, after having renounced, you must not have thoughts about it even in your mind. When a sacrifice is made, if the sacrifice makes even a single sound, or if there are tears from the eyes, it would not be offered to the goddess. You have heard of the instant sacrifice at one stroke, have you not? There is a difference between finishing something off at one stroke and cutting it again and again. Is there not? Instant sacrifice means to finish it in one go. Which children will be accepted? Baba is asking, which children will be accepted by BaapDada? Those who do not have any thoughts even in their mind, such ones are called a great sacrifice. Only those who are such a great sacrifice are able to receive such great power. You are the children of the Almighty Authority, and yet you don't have power. You have to become those who have all rights to the Father's property, do you not? Always keep all the property of all the powers of the Almighty Authority in front of you as your birthright. Baba is saying, always keep all the property of all the powers of the Almighty Authority, Baba, in front of you as your birthright. Can weaknesses remain in front of the Almighty Authority, Baba? From today, all weaknesses have finished. It is not just Shaktis, but Pandavas too are the form of Shakti. Baba is saying, it is not Shaktis, but Pandavas too are the form of Shakti, that is power. Many lamps can be ignited from one lamp. Acha. Do you carry out a double surgery? You have a better chance to show two parts, that of the body and also of the mind. Just as you receive a salary from worldly service, Baba is saying, just as you receive a salary from the worldly service, in the same way, what is the salary you receive for doing godly service? We receive the kingdom of heaven. You will receive that here, but what will you receive here? Do you experience instant truth? Your future is created anyway, but the present attainment is greater than that of the future. Now you receive godly supersensuous joy. You cannot receive it in this future. The supersensuous joy cannot be received throughout the kalpa. You receive such a treasure from Baba now. For a long time you have been experiencing happiness through the senses, and now, in 1 second, do you experience supersensuous joy? Have you made Shiv Baba your partner? Baba is asking, have you made Shiv Baba your partner? Those bodily partners are partners for happiness, but this one becomes your companion at the time of sorrow. You should not allow such a partner to be separated from you for even a second. To keep him with your means to be the form of power. You have seen this Brahmin family, Baba is saying, you have seen this Brahmin family. When, when else do you receive such, Baba is saying, where else do you receive such a huge family? You receive such a huge family only at the conference age. We belong to such a huge family. Do you have this intoxication? The greater the family someone belongs to, the greater the happiness he experiences. In the entire world, only a few of us have such, Baba is saying, in the entire world, only a few of us have found such a huge family. So there should be this faith and intoxication. Each of you should have the intoxication that you are the few out of multi-million souls who are going to be praised. Did you ever think that you could claim such a fortune? You have received a lottery unexpectedly. You have the happiness of a lottery, do you not? This is an eternal lottery which can never finish. You souls have claimed such a lottery. Do you have this intoxication? Look at whom BaapDada has selected from different corners. You are the special ones out of the selected jewels. Do you remember this? Which jewels does BaapDada like? Ordinary ones. Let such happiness always be constant. Baba saying, let such happiness always be constant. Now, will you experience eternal happiness? You have to pay attention for a lamp to remain constantly lit. Baba is saying, how will you experience eternal happiness? You have to pay attention for a lamp to remain constantly lit. You have to pay attention to both the oil and the light. So here also the Deepak of happiness should only, Baba is saying, so here also, Baba is saying, so here also the Baba is saying, so here also the Deepak of happiness should constantly remain ignited. For that, you have to keep two things in your attention: the oil of knowledge and the light of yoga. If both these are all right, the Deepak of lightness will remain eternal. It will never be extinguished. 15 days of the confluence, Baba is saying, 15 days of the confluence age are more than enough. Don't think we are the children of only 15 days. The time of the confluence is very short. On account of it being so short, these 15 days are more than enough. Therefore, always think that those who first, Baba is saying, therefore, always think that those who have come last have to go first. Those who have been separated being to make intense effort as soon as they come. Baba is saying, those who have been separated being to make intense effort as soon as they come. Baba is saying, those who have been separated begin to make intense effort as soon as they come. Children have courage and Baba gives help. One Kumari is remembered as being more elevated than 100 Brahmins. If you feel one with the power of your 100, what can you not do? Simply make your feet very strong and firm. No matter how much someone tries to shake you, don't be shaken. Baba is saying, no matter how much someone tries to shake you, you don't be shaken. Then Baba says, Achal Ghar, the home of the unshakable one, is your memorial. Is it not? Unshakable means one who cannot be shaken by anyone. BaapDada gives the children three inheritances. What are they? Happiness, peace, and power. So Baba is giving us three inheritances, that is happiness, peace, and power. The more you claim a right here, the more you will claim a right to the kingdom there. You must keep the aim of claiming the full right because Baba is complete. While being a couple, do you remain alone or do you remain in the combined form? Which is the form of being alone? The soul is alone, is it not? You come alone and you return alone. So while playing a part in the combined form, stay in the stage of the soul, that is become alone. And then be spiritual partner. Baba is saying, so while playing a part in the combined form, stay in the stage of the soul, that is become alone, and then be a spiritual partner. Then there is Baba and the children. The soul and the supreme soul are also a couple. The soul is called the bride, Sita. God is the bridegroom, Brahma. So become the image of the spiritual couple, that is all. Not the combined form in the body. The combined form of bodily beings is now finished. For many births, you have been the combined form of bodily beings. Now be the combined form of the soul and the supreme soul. If you keep this form of being combined in front of you, then that combined form is nothing. The filling of the body will then be finished. What is the most loved thing of all? You like something that is loved. Do you not? So, how can you leave aside something that you love the most and make something else the most loved? You have to become alone and then you also have to become combined. Some receive a lottery as soon as they come, whereas others receive a lottery after making effort. Do you consider yourself to be such fortunate and elevated ones? This is an easy path for the Kumaris also, because those who have climbed up the wrong ladder, Baba is saying this is an easy path for the Kumars also, because those who have climbed up the wrong ladder have to come down it. This is why it is easier for the Kumars and Kumaris. Those who are free from bondages can run fast, so you must remain free from bondages in all aspects. No matter for the circumstances, you have to keep your stage elevated. You must never move away from the aim of an elevated life. Acha, Om Shanti.